Ohio gozaimasu, collectors. So I think this is an old Grachan car. It was listed as Grachan 4. So I think this is supposed to be the fourth collection, in which there are 14, 7 castings, 2 of each color. But this is a chase one. I don't know what that 15 means there, but it is officially licensed, these things. I'm looking for a date, though. Yeah, I don't remember if they actually put dates on anything. If you can read Japanese, it tells you the cars that we're dealing with. I think we have a 69 S30 Z here, 240Z or something. So they're the normal ones, an orange and a blue, and then some Hakasukas and all that stuff like that. Okay. Huh, this is actually new. I kind of thought it would be used. So it says SP. I think when it says SP on the base, it means it's one of the special chase ones. And I'm assuming since it's a 2, there's at least another chase in this particular collection. Okay. Okay. As usual, Grachan wheels are not the best, but the good thing about these wheels is they're stamped steel wheels, so they don't have to require much detail in them. They actually look pretty good for stamped steel wheels. And it's interesting, this wheel is different from the front. The front actually has a center axle coming through it. This one does not. And that's the case for the rears as well. Interesting. Huh. Okay, they have a different mold. But sadly, there's some sort of roughness going on the inside lip of this thing. See? It's not a really smooth wheel. This one's okay, but that front one's not so great. This one also has a lot of rough cuts and stuff like that. The back one's okay. So that's not the greatest. Aoshima is weird. They don't tell you what the car is. It doesn't say S30, Fairlady Z or anything like that. At least it says the brand. And it's nice that it's screwed together because you can repaint the interior, or if something's wrong, maybe you could fix it. It has these nice old school treads. They are rubbery tires, and this one does roll. It makes noise, but it does roll, so you could play with it. Okay, well, so essentially it's got this silver side stripe that the normal car wouldn't have, and it's pretty nice. I mean, this thin little blue shining through is nicely done. The door handle's got a recess there and a lock sticking out of there. The badge here sticking up. Unfortunately, all the Grachans don't actually have badges printed on them. There's nothing saying Nissan or Datsun or anything like that, or even Liberty Walk, since these are all sporting Liberty Walk treatments. The side marker there is raised quite a bit. It's painted orange. It does have clear headlights, and the way they molded the peg, it looks like a light bulb. That's good. There's some orange paint here. The casted in bumper there is painted silver. Unfortunately, nothing in the license plate either, just white paint. And then some black in here. I can feel a ridging there. Not sure if you're going to see it, but I can feel that. And then again, you do have a bump for the badge, but no actual silver even. And then something went wrong with the masking of this paint. But pleasantly, I could take the time to clean out that silver. So the silver is clearly painted on top of this clear coat. Grachan cars are usually painted very nicely though. It's a super thick clear coat, not too wrinkly, not too bad. Again, we got this circle and pinstriping that wasn't painted silver. Looks good. The molding here is painted silver, molded windows, they're a little bit cloudy. Not cloudy, distorted. The front looks good, but it's when you get to the side. Actually, these are better than usual. You can't see my fingerprints though, like a resin model would show. The stripe there seems to be carrying across pretty well. They seem to be lined up with each other. Very good. And then so they go into the trunk. Some sort of protrusion. I don't know if that's supposed to be a lock, or maybe it's a rib for the wings, like over here and here. Okay, the back has clear taillights as well, which is nice, and they're very thick plastic, and they are different colors, the turn signals and the brakes, and they painted some silver on top of it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the backup lights. I doubt it, but not sure. Just a plain license plate, but it's at a wacky angle, because the Liberty Walk would have probably done that to a real car. And it's got this lame exhaust tip with no recess at all. It's silver, okay. And it's interesting, they carry the stripe all the way to the bottom. And then this has the molded in bumper, painted silver. It's painted nicely, you know, but it is molded in. It's not a separate piece. So you can see there's a red roll cage in there, or roll bar. It's not a cage actually. It's just a plain trunk there. You can see the peg for the screw to go into. You can see the dashboard has some nice texture there, and the bumps for the gauges. And I guess probably wouldn't hurt to have a flashlight. Yeah, so steering wheel has some air passing through. You have some circled gauges, just nothing printed or decaled into them. Yeah. So Aoshima, if you really break it down, they don't have much detail compared to premium brands. I don't think these are expensive models though when they're originally new. I have a suspicion they're sold at like convenience stores, so they're probably like $6 to $10 sold at like a 7-Eleven kind of place, right? So if you think about that, I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's better than Hot Wheels, that's for sure, which is what I would associate being sold at a 7-Eleven. Okay, let's look at some other ones. Oh, I didn't see here. We have a little bit of a fuel filler door there. It's kind of hidden by the paint. Before the comparisons, I remembered I had a bunch of these extra centers from BNDS wheel sets and put them into Grachan wheels. So I may as well use these, right? And or yeah, that lip is just so messed up. Look at the weirdness going on there. So I'm gonna swap out these wheels. I may as well. Alright, I guess I can show you a better look here. It's really just a locator pin, but it's not press fit together or anything like that. The interior is holding it up in there. And then you can see nicely molded interior is one would expect from pretty much anything that costs more than a Hot Wheels. So, that's good. Unfortunately, the way they mold or design this, you gotta really pry the wheels off. They're trapped by the inner fenders. It doesn't just pop out, you know? So this is kind of hard. I may have to come back. Let me come back. Yeah. Sorry, a little camera issue. I ended up adding my own license plate back here, and then I used poster putty to mount some of those BNDS alloys, this time mesh wheels. But the nice thing is you can have it steer, and you can set the camber in the rear, you know, with poster putty. So let's look at a few other classic Zs. Here's a normal looking Z. This has been done by Konami. I'm looking for the date. I don't know, 2004. So pretty old now. Pleasantly no paint rash on that. Oh, maybe a little bit on the roof, but we'll see. We got 3 other Grachan cars. So no credit here, but I believe this is the 71 ZG. Based on the box when this thing came out of, and it's got these wide body, you know, fender flares that Liberty Walk tends to do. And I'm just looking at the paint rash. Yeah, it's not good. It's happening for sure. So diecast not good. I did repaint the interior of that one. Here's a whole different type of treatment from Liberty Walk. I don't know what kind of Z this is, but this has BNDS plastic wheels and some 3D printed brakes. You see, this rear end's totally different. I think this might be a special chase too, just because it's got the silver paint on it. I might be mistaken, but I think so. This definitely is a special one. It has BNDS centers. Essentially, it's kind of the opposite, right? It's just got a black stripe on orange instead of what we're talking about today. This one I just kept the same stock wheels and put in the centers from BNDS. I gotta add a license plate to the front of that. I'll do it later. Okay, so there's some classic Z's. I'm pretty sure I must have repainted that interior as well, because I think all the Grachans generally have just black interiors and possibly some sort of colorful roll hoop. But that's the beauty with the screwed together base. Ah, this has a front license plate too. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I'll deal with it another time. Alright, well, thanks for watching today. And if I can pick up some other Grachans, hopefully they'll just come out with some new castings. I hope whenever they do the next series, there'll be some new castings for a change. They just seem to be regurgitating the same castings with different colors right now. Alright, see you then. Bye.